Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Is Iconic Arcade on the way? Are those cabinets on the way already? I haven't heard anything. It's February 2nd now. They were supposed to be out the last week. Give them till the 31st. It would be normal, right, for somebody on Monday morning put a press out. They're on the boat. They're on the way. Or, they're almost off the production line. This is very worrisome. Guys, this is the beauty of you holding the bag. You, right? You, the pre-order, right? You, the customer. Let me tell you, let me give these people some criticisms here, some valid criticisms. And especially if you are a supporter of these type of ventures, or maybe you're at Iconic, or maybe even John D watching this, take this as constructive criticism. One thing that I've noticed from many ventures, a lot of times the detractors are free quality control. I charge a lot of money for what I do, right? So let me give you just some pointers out here. It surprises me that people with this much experience are making these rookie mistakes. If I had to guess, they're not rookie mistakes, right? But let's just take this company at its word, and that everything is, they're trying to do their best. If they're trying to do their best, that means they're a little unqualified, right? Without a support team, without a good support group, a lot of the excuses that you out there as the public might see as acceptable are really not. If they were dealing with venture capitalists, right? If they were sitting next to my group on the other side of the table and we had invested in this, and they tell me, well, we got sued by, Arcade went up, or we got a letter of cease and desist or whatever, I'd be like, first of all, we wouldn't have invested because we had already looked at your risk assessment to see how complete it was. But how come that risk assessment wasn't in this plan for these arcade cabinets? Well, ask yourself that. Well, a lot of times when it's not your money, you can skip on those things, right? You don't pay a guy like me and the team thousands of dollars because, you can save that, keep it as profit. I don't know that happened in this case. But not knowing that Arcade went up might sue you is a rookie mistake in this kind of venture with the experience that we have here. Having an ex-employee come over and use them as a consultant, right? And have them help you with the arcade cabinets. Why wasn't this part of the risk assessment on this project? It's just unbelievable. I mean, anybody could have guessed that. You don't need a college degree. You don't need a business degree in order to figure that one out. Why wasn't this project developed with, registered, patents from the go? It wouldn't have been that hard to do. It would have saved a bunch of money on the upfront, even though the cost would be there up front. It would save you all this other pain that you went through, money lost, resources lost, right? That's a rookie mistake. I'm sorry. With the arcade market as it is, that is a rookie mistake. There's no other way of qualifying. Can it be made up? Yes. But as a business owner, as an investor, you would be pissed, right? You would be pissed. You would be like, wait a minute, you are not using my money to your best of your abilities. And you may not have the abilities. I don't know. It doesn't look like it if you get sued and you didn't know that what was going to happen. Anybody can sue you for any reason, but if you have registered products, if you have registered patents, the chances of that happening would be a lot less, right? Starting, because anybody could have guessed it. Regardless, guys, that's the beauty of you out there, you holding the bag. Doesn't, because it's your money being burned. It's a pre-order cash, right? It's a pre-order cash, and you don't want to be giving out refunds. But people should have, a decent expectation of competency in this case, based on the experience that everybody said they had, the qualifications and all the hoopla. And what do we have now? Now let's take it like, they're trying to do everything right. Okay. So they shipped the last week of January. Where's the announcement? Right? Why aren't people excited From a professional point of view, how come you didn't have, day one, as soon as you took the money, forget about the last, as soon as that payment was complete for the entire order, it should have been made. There should be YouTubers out here claiming like, oh my God, I'm getting my, this is my delivery date. It's already shipped. I can see them on the boat. That is more excitement. The wasted opportunity for you guys out here, John D. Iconic Arcade, is that you have a public that wants your product. You have the dream of every capitalist. This product is selling itself. All there had to be here was business and manufacturing discipline. Follow the production plan, the business plan that was made. Hopefully it's professional, But, apparently things happen. Things happen, and you have people that don't understand that people have expectations of wanting to see a user interface, right? That want to know when their items are shipping. I've already told you, if you're a customer, you should have the right at this point, after a year, to say, show me pictures of the production line. Show me some, cabinets on pallets. Show me something. It's been a year. How long are you going to wait? And even if your customers wait, right? Let's say that even if your customers wait and everything that you say is true, you're violating the number one rule in business, which is always be on time. Because when you're not on time, people look at that and they know you're not dependable. You're going to give out a guesstimate at best. At best. When you think of the best companies that you've dealt with, they tell you a date and it's that date. It's not the day before, it's not the day after, it's that day. They deliver the goods they told you they were going to produce for you at the quality they described to you, at the price they sold it to you. You get it. You don't have to worry about anything. You put it there, done. Is that the case here? No. But it's not a problem when you're holding the bag. Right? If there was a group of investors, venture capitalists on the other side, and you're telling me these stories, I'm listening to you, but I'm looking at all the rookie mistakes that are going on, and I have to turn around to my client and say, what you told me you were dealing with, you're not. You're not. Just starting from PR, we're not doing good here. We're not being portrayed in the best light. All right? The moment the customer is underserved with information, the moment you don't meet the expectations that you set from the beginning of the project, the moment you begin making excuses that another business, not the customer, but other businesses, can see where your weakness is at, you're cooked. Because if your competition hires a firm, right, to look at all these deficiencies and see how they can roast you, you're done. You're done. If Arcade went up, right, if they had the money, if they wanted to, think of this. Let's say Arcade went up, hires me. And I say, okay, guys, I know you had a bad experience. I'll take the hit because I want to eliminate this competition. If you guys cancel your order, get a refund, and order with me, I'll give you the same exact thing for $400. And you'll have it in 2 months, guaranteed. Or your money back. They're cooked. They're cooked. Right? Anybody can come in here and just destroy you because of incompetence. You don't want to put yourself in those kind of positions. Right? You don't. Especially when you're starting off. Hopefully you guys get your cabinets and you get good news and all this stuff, but the way these people are doing business is just rookie mistake after rookie mistake. It is incredible. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. You want to look at the show prep before these videos? Right up here, join the channel. If you want to pick a topic, you go straight to Kofi, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.